What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Aque Yo Mando podcast. I'm your host, La Chula G, and I'm with
the one and only Ransom. What's up, motherfuckers?
Welcome back. Thanks for fucking tuning in. You guys, we have a special guest in the building. You probably know his page, but you don't know the guy behind the motherfucking page. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Brandon with Mile High Minute. Y'all know what it is.
Ooh.
Appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah, welcome.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
Instagram at milehighminute.co. And then basically you just Google Mile High Minute. We're on every platform, X, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all that.
Okay. So for people who are tapping in right now and they don't know what Mile High Minute is, can you go ahead and explain what you're doing out here in Denver?
It's a multi-level media marketing platform. You know, we basically, the goal when we originally started was to kind of be that bridge, to shine a light on Denver hip-hop, do interviews and like promotion and be that bridge to like other states and stuff like that. That's why you see us doing a lot of out-of-state coverage, working with a lot of out-of-state artists, as well as the artists in-state. But yeah, the point really is, when we first started, we felt like there was a lack of media outlets that were really focused on the hip-hop scene in Colorado. So, we wanted to kind of fill that niche, fill that void. And we've seen there's a lot of platforms in other markets, Chicago, LA, New York, Atlanta, the list goes on. But, we kind of wanted to be one of the staples out here in Colorado.
Hell yeah, we see you. We're watching. We've asked around about you. We did our homework.
Much love. That always leads to a good interview.
Yep.
So, how did you start?
How it all came together, I was in my room. I was in my room.
Band camp.
Yeah, I was in my room, and I was going through. I was flipping vintage clothes, but I felt like that market wasn't gonna last too long.
Okay.
Or at least it wasn't unique, and it wasn't something that really I felt could really take me somewhere, take my ideas somewhere. So I was in my room, and I would be watching Say Cheese, Zach TV, No Jumper, all kinds of different platforms, Breakfast Club, and Vlad. I was watching all these platforms, but I recognized that there weren't no Colorado artists on there really. There are now. There have been people now, but at that time I couldn't find any news or interviews on the Colorado scene. At that time, looking back, there were, but
because you've been doing this for how long now?
Just over 6 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just it was like a light bulb in my head, and I was also linking with rappers at that time because I'd be selling them shoes and gear and stuff like that. So it all kind of just came together, and then told a couple homies at the time and kind of just ran with it from there. So
you were so let me get this right. So you're going to these concerts, you're linking with these artists, and you're like, hey, I'm Mile High Minute, and you were just showing love, showing up, and then you'd go on your page and just shout them out, because now I look at your page and it's a lot of you're kind of news reporting too.
Yeah, it's not just music. Yeah. At first it was literally the interviews were at first we didn't even. The plan was never to promote, get paid off of promoting on Instagram and stuff like that. It was all let's just do interviews.
Right.
And then we started doing interviews, and then I'm just paying attention to the Say Cheeses of the world and stuff, and I'm like, oh, they're posting music on different platforms, so I started doing that. And it was all free at first. It was all just love, like you said, going to shows, interviewing artists for free, posting their music for free, all that stuff. And then
the word.
Yep, just stayed consistent, kept growing, kept working hard, and then got to where we are today.
Okay. And then to add on to that, what's your favorite artist that you've interviewed?
Well, name a couple, and then go to your favorite. Because I'm who have you worked with?
Yeah. My biggest, views wise, my biggest interview was Lil Reese.
Okay.
From Chicago. The interview I picked up the most game, I'll give you all three. The interview I picked up the most game from was that Sean Cotton one, Say Cheese TV, because he just like, you know, as a bigger platform that started before me, I learned a lot of game just by interviewing him. And then a third interview, there's so many favorites, but
Which one's like the funniest one?
the funniest.
Yeah, I want some
Yeah.
wild. Is there any?
Oh, there's so many. I've done
dang.
like hundreds of interviews, so
And
it's
they're all
hard.
dudes and not chicks, huh?
No, I've interviewed some chicks.
Yeah.
I actually got one with Asha Renee on the way.
Okay.
But the funniest, I'll just go with one moment I definitely remember. I was interviewing this dude, Darian STL. He was actually signed to Tech Nine at one point.
Okay.
He in the middle of the interview, so I got booked to shoot a music video, but after the music video, I'm doing my research. I'm like, oh, this artist, he's actually kind of dope. Like, he was signed to Tech Nine and whatnot at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So in the middle of the interview, these girls are like in the background faded and like doing shrooms and shit, like crazy stuff. And I can't remember what they said. You'd have to go watch the interview, but it was definitely like they were talking about some sexual stuff in the background, like
Let me
mid-interview. Yeah, it was like middle of the interview, and yeah, it was just a funny moment. But yeah, I'll just name.
Did
it
you
as-
guys stop or do you guys keep going?
No, we kept it going. That's a goal right there. Gotta keep it going.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
I'll have to pull it up after show y'all what I'm talking about.
Bet.
I'm dead. All right, where we at right now?
We're under that question.
Oh yeah, so where you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah, and then where'd you grow up?
So I was born in Fort Collins, but I lived there for like 3 years. I don't really remember it because I was so young. Moved out of state for a little bit, and then I came back to the Denver metro area when I was 8. So I grew up right off 96 in Huron in Thornton. I lived there for like 6 to 8 years. And then I moved to Arvada right off 80th and Wadsworth in the Castlegate apartments. And that's basically where I like spent my high school years and the beginning of college. But then after that, it was a lot trying to push the brand and stuff. So I lived Denver for a couple years. I lived in Wheat Ridge at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Broomfield, Westminster. I've lived
And
all
pretty much
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah, but Arvada and Thornton, North Metro Denver is where I'm really like from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What's your ethnicity for people who are not watching?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm Caucasian. But
Well, I where I was trying to find you, I was like, who is this? Like, I know your voice and stuff. I was like, and then when you went live, I was like, damn, this is a white boy. He got some red beard and shit. Like, what? He's out here doing this culture shit. What?
yeah, I guess I'm white, but honestly, I've never done like a full like, what do they call it? Ancestry. Yeah, ancestry.com or what have you. I never did. Yeah, so I don't really know. I think from what I've heard, I got like English and Irish in me or something like that. That's what I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah,
He looks
I'm
like
white.
Canelo
Yeah.
Sana.
Yeah. My parents are white, so yeah, I'm white.
All right. So with your platform, like, how would you consider yourself? Are you like a social media influencer? Are you advertising and marketing? Are you what was that last one? I can't remember.
Blogger, podcaster.
Yeah, there we go.
All of the above, I'd say. But I really consider myself more so like a CEO, business owner, entrepreneur, and then blogger. Just because I'm really more. I'm good at running a business, but I feel like I'm not that great at like editing and like the creative side. Like I am creative, but I'm not. I feel like my expertise is like business, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. That's what I would say. But yeah, I mean, you could say I'm an influencer and, blogger, all that stuff.
Are you solo? Are you doing it all by yourself?
Nah, so I got a manager. He kind of helps with the promo sometimes. Like he'll post stuff on the page. And then he kind of helped me set up interviews sometimes, stuff like that. Or just we'll kind of work together on like setting up different plays. And then I got people that like, they're not like directly under Mile High Minute, but what do they call it? It's like when people work with you, but they're not like.
They're a temp?
Like a contractor.
Contractor, yeah, that's the word. Yeah, I got like people that like shoot or like edit videos for me and stuff, and I'll pay them or whatever. Just little stuff like that, but I would say like most of 95% of what you see is me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot.
All right. So this next one I got for you. So we did see that you posted like your media packet, like what you offer. You're like, I'll $50 gets you X, Y, and Z. Like, how did you figure those numbers? Like, what's your like? How many people are you reaching?
So at first it was all free, like we had to do a lot of work for free to build up the platform to get to a point where we could charge at some point.
Right.
And then, we started at like $5, and I was like, whoa, people actually pay me $5 to post their song, like,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just kind of slowly increase that as you get more followers and you start seeing like artists getting followers after being posted. You see the value you're actually providing, then you can start increasing. But like my reach, I mean, I got like over 20 something thousand on Instagram. I can't remember. Like I want to say in between 23 to 25.
I think it was 24 when I looked.
24, yeah. And then YouTube, it's like almost 15,000. TikTok's almost 10.
It's up there.
I've reached in the millions though, like as far as impressions and like views and stuff like that.
There we go.
It just
high.
It just kind of depends on like what specifics,
All right. Go ahead.
And what was this? Yeah.
Go ahead.
How do you do with all the haters? Like all the hate comments, or I mean,
yeah.
because I see a lot of people like to turn their comments off, and I heard from previous people that we interviewed that like that's not really like you can lose people from that.
Right.
But how do you deal with the haters and all that?
Well, do you have haters?
He
I got all kinds, yeah.
Yeah. What do they say?
That's a good question. I'm gonna start there and then I'm gonna go back.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I used to actually delete people, block people, delete comments. I used to go that route because like I didn't know how to handle it. When you first start getting hate, you're just like, whoa. Like you go into this thinking, oh, everyone's gonna love me, everyone's gonna, but then you realize like, no, not everyone's gonna agree with you, and that's just the way it is. So at first I didn't know how to handle it, so I'll block people, delete them. But then like something changed in me where like the hate just kept coming, and it got to a point where I'm like, this is just part of the industry,
Right.
And so I got to a point where I'm like, let them hate. Like, you're running my comments up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're helping me out. Like, shit.
You
Like,
go tap in.
yeah, I can't even be mad. Like, run my comments up. They sharing my post on their story talking crazy. Shit. Now you're bringing 30, 40 more people in. Cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. Like, but to your point, so yeah, I mean, you just get used to it, and this is part of the business. You know what I'm saying? And if you starting to make an impact, you're gonna get hate. I mean, you look at, and I'm not comparing myself to like a LeBron James or anything, because obviously they're fucking the GOAT, one of the GOATs in basketball. But like, like they get hate 100,000 times worse than me. So.
And they're not out there writing them back.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's what I was thinking too, because like you can't have everyone, you can't win them all.
Right.
And that'd be some crazy ass haters for no reason.
For no reason. Yeah, you just can't make everyone happy, and that's just what it is.
Okay.
But I've heard some crazy stuff. I've heard that I'm an industry plant.
Do you remember? Oh, okay.
The easiest thing is people always just, I'm white, and
what?
go. That's the easiest route. That's the easy one
You're
to
white.
go.
What do you know?
Yeah. That's,
Little privileged ass.
no, that's kind of like the easiest route, but it don't really bother me anymore.
No.
Yeah.
All right, let's stay on the haters topic. So when I was watching your platform, like you interview these rappers that are like rivals and enemies. Like, so my question is, I think it's strategic. Like you'll do this guy and then this guy, and this guy's running up this one comments, and this guy's talking shit on this guy's video. Like, how do you handle being the middleman of that hate when they're like, damn, Mile High is fucking with my ops? Like, do they ever talk shit to you?
So, first, I don't even really be knowing what's going on in the streets or anything like that. That's the first thing. So, like, when I do these interviews, like, yeah, you listen to the music and you see what they're talking about, but I'm a blogger, so I really don't know what's going on. I've never been involved with the streets or anything. I'm here to talk about your music. But and I've never like been the platform like, oh, I'm gonna intentionally interview this person and go around and interview that person.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
what happens is you gotta be, if you're in the media, you gotta be fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do your best not to pick sides, and like people are gonna say you do anyways, but you gotta try your best to be unbiased as much as you can. Like even if you look at my posts every time, like I'm asking everyone else's opinion. I try not to give my opinion too much because as a media platform, it's just hard. Like it's just hard. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I never look at it like, oh, let me
Okay.
do this or that. And if I do, I'm just trying to be fair and I'm trying to get their story out as far as the music goes. If they ever do this or say anything crazy, I would cut it out. But they know beforehand, like I'm not that platform for that. So, I've never really had any issues with that. And
So you didn't get no pushback from either one.
I mean, you always get people that may hate or just feel some type of way, but
Right.
I mean, anyone who knows me knows I got positive intentions and I just want to like help push the music scene forward and stuff like that. But it's a good question though, because it's definitely like a lot of stuff that comes with media that I didn't realize when I first started and stuff like that.
Let's see. Well, we were reading some of your comments. I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead and read that, Ransom.
Go ahead.
All right. It said, how come Mile High Minute don't show love to the Latin community?
Who said that?
Go ahead, answer it. Clear it up.
Just out of curiosity.
He gonna go block you. It's like
No, we don't block.
Nah, I've heard that before, but from one person. But I even made a post like a month or two ago saying that I feel like the Latin community is bigger than, I don't want to say bigger, but just like slept on. And I feel like the Latin rap community don't get the love that they deserve, because a lot of people, when they talk about the top artists in the city, and they talk about the Trev Riches, the APs, the Ameezys, and they do deserve that. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like a lot of people overlook, the little Travieso, rest in peace, that little Nate down in the Springs. They overlook, you know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of drama. Yeah, there's a lot of dope Latin artists that are doing crazy numbers and stuff. I'm forgetting some of them off the top of my head, but Parkside Plugs.
I've seen you post some, so I'm like, why would they say that? But I'm glad that you cleared that up.
It's people will just find anything. I don't know.
Those motherfuckers.
The one person I'm thinking that said that to me, I think I sent him like, I couldn't count how many interviews I've done with Latin folks in general, like artists, like so many. It was just like whatever. I don't look at people and like, oh, they're this skin color, they're this race, let me interview them. I look at their talent and like, their potential. Like I've interviewed all colors,
right,
all sexes, all whatever
shape,
you're
colors,
into.
and sizes.
Yeah, I don't really like care about that stuff,
Right, because you're in it for, the music.
Right, yeah. No,
and the journalism behind it.
Yeah, and I know I love it because I'm into this Drake Kendrick stuff going on right now. And I'm like, oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Damn, what team are you? Go ahead.
Here I go. I'm not supposed to give my opinion,
Stir
but
the pot.
honestly, I've always been a Drake fan. Like growing up, I've always listened to Drake a little more.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say Kendrick's the better like rapper if we're talking about rap, just rap in specific. But Drake knows how to make a way better song, and like he knows how to make a hit. And you could just see that, like, listen to the disses last night. Drake really like he's coming with the hard bars, but he's rapping a little slower. He's switching up the sound, the tune. He's making a hit. Kendrick, on the other hand, same beat, 7 minutes, just therapy, like going in, like, you know what I'm saying? So there's like,
this.
Yeah. So it's like it's tough, but I'm gonna go with Drake. That's just my opinion. I like Drake.
He's with the dogs.
Here we go, the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
You like Drake? What about you?
Who would I go
Everyone's saying Kendrick on social media.
I don't know.
like,
To be honest, I haven't like super dove into that.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. When I was at the gym last night and they dropped, I was like, oh shit. It kind of.
I've seen snippets. That last one where he was like, "You talked about my seed, blah 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 blah." I was like, "Damn."
It's kind of getting a little hectic though. I ain't gonna lie. Like at first it was fun, but now they're getting kind of serious. I'm like, all right.
You're getting all personal.
Yeah,
He said, I hate you.
Yeah, they saying some crazy stuff.
Yeah. I'm dead. That's right.
All right, my minute. Are you single because we got a lot of women followers.
No, I'm not. I'm not single.
No,
I got a girl.
Okay. Well, we're still gonna ask you these anyways.
Go ahead.
So, white girls or Latinas?
Damn.
Go ahead.
I've
Tell your girlfriend you love her real quick first. I don't know what she is.
I love you, but I got no preference. I've dealt with all colors. It don't matter what color I've dealt with it. And
But you gotta pick between the two, bro.
I
Don't
can't. I'm not gonna do that. Nah, because
Alright,
I've dealt with
ransom.
both.
I'm going with the Latinas.
Hey,
That's my. Yeah. I like them crazy and loud.
I
and
respect it.
mean.
No, I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Before I get myself.
all right. Let's see. Ransom, you wanna ask the next one?
Oh yeah. Okay. Damn. Tacos or tortas?
Tacos for sure.
Tacos.
You're talking about the
Kind.
food, right?
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure. Just making sure.
We're talking about ocha.
Definitely tacos for sure.
What kind and where? Let's hear. I want to hear.
Ooh. Like
What's your go-to?
that's a broad question.
Okay, where's the last place you got tacos?
Last place I got tacos from. I ain't gonna lie, I do be hitting that tamale kitchen a lot.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't like it, but I like how like convenient and it I don't know. I
It
think it's
gets
pretty
the
good.
job done.
But
He's happy.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of taco places in Denver that be smacking. So I
Okay.
think we got hella great Mexican food. I don't know what people be talking
I
about.
know,
now.
right?
Yeah,
I saw that. I was like, what?
right.
Pipe down. Where's
That's my
foodie?
favorite food. I ain't even gonna lie. I like Mexican food.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So menudo or pozole?
I ain't gonna hold you.
You probably never had either, have you?
I think I not too often, but I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with menudo. I think I've had that a
There
little
we
more.
go.
Me too.
I think
Fire.
so.
That's like a half and half, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. No facts. So I don't.
All right, Coca-Cola, the red one, or,
Oh, I
or Pepsi?
I thought you was gonna go somewhere else.
Coca.
You want that white girl? Powder.
Coke for sure. Coke.
Same.
Yeah.
Unless it's from like Taco Bell's fountain. That Pepsi's fire, bro.
Oh,
I don't mind Pepsi, but yeah, definitely Coke.
Only in the
Facts.
fountain for me.
oh,
But Coke all the way. Chula?
neither fucking Dr. Pepper. I don't fuck with either
That's
of
both
those.
of them. Literally both of them together. Whatever, Chula.
Whatever.
Sure, it must be different.
Oh my God! You
Mountain
know,
Dew's good.
we
Go
fucked
ahead.
up. We fucked up. We did not shout out our sponsor, Be Good Dispensary. I appreciate you pulling up Mile High. Come pull up to Broadway and Hampton, Be Good Dispensary, because if it's not Be Good, it ain't good.
It ain't shit.
Smoke that gas.
Yeah, you know why? It's because I didn't have my smoke toke. You know, because I was told you didn't smoke, so.
Nah, not really.
Yeah,
I do every once in a while, but I don't mind if people smoke around me because all my homies do. But
Oh, we got it on
You hear
there.
that? Spark that shit up. I was joking. Yeah, no, because usually I'd be like, no, but it's all good, so.
yeah.
We want to be respectful, shit.
Nah, I
You be
appreciate
leaving
it.
here fucking stuck at the light for a minute.
What
cap.
happened?
Yeah.
Oh, I was with Aque Yo Mando.
Oh my goodness, you cracked me up.
Well,
Hell
do you have
yeah.
any final thoughts that you want to fucking add or you want people to know about you? Is this your first interview?
I've done a lot of interviews.
But you've been on camera.
Yeah, I've done like probably at least 10 to 20 now at this
What?
point.
This one's the best one though.
Yeah. Shout out Aque Yo Mando.
Hey.
Shout. I'll just say go follow Mile High Minute on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that. Make sure y'all tap in. Definitely the YouTube. If y'all could subscribe, that's like the most important thing for creators. I feel like it's tough. Instagram at milehighminute.co. And yeah, if y'all need promos, music videos, really just trying to take your brand to that next level, DM us on Instagram. We got a business phone number. Give us a call. Shout
yeah.
out Denver, shout out Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Aque Yo Mando again. Y'all doing y'all thing. I appreciate y'all for having me on the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more platforms like this to really help put on for Colorado. So,
Fuck yeah, we do. And we are so happy that you came and showed love because
That was dope as fuck.
yeah, we're not gonna be Denver. We're gonna fucking eat from the same
Or
plate.
Colorado.
hell yeah. No, I appreciate y'all for having me on too. It's love.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
well-
appreciate it too.
Like the good comments that we got when I did ask around you, they're like, you know, he really put Colorado out there, especially for all artists. And you're not a hater, just for the record.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
And you put in your work, you earned your stripes, and
Keep
we
it up.
can't wait. Yeah, we can't
Shit.
see what else you got.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like, that's, I guess, I feel a lot of times, and this goes for the industry as a whole, people, they may judge a book by its cover, and they'll see the success or the followers or the money, whatever, but, like, they don't see the time it took to really build that brand up, build that business up to, like, get to that next level, you know? Like, it doesn't happen overnight, you know what I'm saying? I'm still hungry. I'm still not shit. That's what I look at. Like, I haven't done nearly enough until, like, the artists out here start, like, really like worldwide touring and like platinum records, gold records, stuff like that. Then I haven't done nothing. That's the way I look at it. So
hell yeah,
just always stay humble, but pop your shit too.
Has your parents always like followed your dreams? Like did they always support you, or did they, you know, some parents are like, you need a real job?
That's a good question. I like it. I love my parents, but yeah, they don't like.
They just don't understand.
Yeah, like my mom always wanted. She sees his videos. I try to tell her not to. she don't really like. She supports me, but she don't want to see. She don't really like 100% what I'm doing. But I've always been, you know, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. This is what I love to do, and like my dad, like it's funny. He was at a gas station. You know, he lives out of state, but he was at a gas station. He was wearing a Mile High mini shirt, and some dude working at the gas station was like, "Oh, you know Mile High mini?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's my son."
Follow him.
He's like, "That's my son," and it kind of blew my dad's mind because he's out of state. You know, it's a close state, but it kind of blew his mind. Like, damn, like my son's really doing something. So they support, but it's. You know, it's definitely kind of iffy. There's been times like, you know, they want me to go get a regular job, stay in school, blah, 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 do all that stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I've had some success with it, and I love it. I have a passion for it, and I know I got positive intentions.
And you're having fun while you do it, too. I mean, a lot of us get stuck in this 9 to 5 that we don't even like or enjoy, and we're being forced to wake up to do that. And then you have those like us who are lucky enough to get out there and chase dreams and stuff. Because, parents, it was different back then. They didn't have social media, so you know, they're like, you know, no.
It was everyone. It seemed like, the entrepreneurship wave is like way more current than it was.
Yeah. These days, this generation wants to watch us on TV. They want to see what we're doing. They want to know. I mean, they had Oprah Winfrey, you know. They had Ricky Lake and all this.
Not Ricky Lake.
You know, but
old ass.
I had is my age showing again? Shit. I just had to ask, though, because, like, not everyone's parents agree. You know, I'm pretty sure there's that battle. But
oh, yeah, for sure.
That's cool. You didn't let no one stop you because of their opinion and whatnot. But that's dope as fuck, I think.
Yeah, no, I've always been like just trying to be creative, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I grew up on Section 8, broke as fuck, so that motivated me to really keep it going with the business. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't get like allowances and stuff, and there's no shade because I want to give my kids allowance, of course, but like
I never got
that one. Type of motivation got stuck in me from an early age. I was selling golf balls, lemonade, shoes, I was. You know, there's some things I ain't gonna talk about, but like I was hustling, and like that, struggling to get money from an early age helped me in the long run because it really taught me how to be self-sufficient and like be an entrepreneur, chase my dreams, and eventually start like actually making money. But I've worked plenty of jobs too, especially when I first started Mile High Minute. I mean, I think I'm only like a year and a half, 2 years into like not having a job, like a regular job, 9 to 5. The first 4 years, I was definitely working 9 to 5s with this, like trying to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely, it's a lot. I could keep going, but I feel like I'm rambling at this point.
You're good. What else? So you guys heard it here, all the way up, guys. Struggled saying that. I try to say it in my motherfucking Remy Ma voice. All the way up. We're only way up. You know, appreciate you for coming out. We're gonna go ahead and end this guy. Want to give any shout out?
Shout Colorado. Shout Aque Yo Mando again. Appreciate y'all for having me on. Chase your dreams. That's it.
Hell yeah.
Like Nip said.
All right. Well, I'm your host, La Chula G.
And I'm Ransom.
And I'm Brand Mile High Minute.
Here you go. Until next time.
Peace out, Denver.
Peace.